So right now we are in Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3 Wrecked, and the season before this was known as Myths and Immortals, and it had a Greek mythology themed battle pass and POIs. You might be wondering, why am I talking about this? Well, I'm glad you asked, because today I'm going to be talking about how Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 2 was worse than everyone thinks, and how it could have been better. The main thing everyone thinks about in this season is the mythic items that were super fun to use, such as the Zeus Thunderbolt, the Chains of Hades, and the Wings of Icarus. Later on, waterbending, more on that later, but there was one problem with some of these. They were way too common, specifically the Zeus Thunderbolt, which, if you didn't know, made you fly into the air and deal a certain amount of damage throwing 3 thunderbolts. On the surface, it doesn't sound that overpowered, but when it can beam through builds is when it becomes a problem. They did remove this later, but it's still important to mention. Another thing was the POIs, and I will say, Brawler's Battleground was a fun one, I like that. But the Underworld was a very annoying POI to navigate, and the Hades boss was basically impossible because Epic for some reason gave him actual aimbot, and he just always shot at you, making it super hard to take down. It's just not amazing worth it, besides like the Siphon, which is cool. And now for one of the most infamously hated parts of the season was the Avatar update. Avatar is one of my favorite pieces of media, and still, I hated this update, and it's because it came out during the season with zero correlation whatsoever to Avatar. And then, when all of the bending mythics were added, they removed the Greek mythics entirely. And this lasted a whole month, and then after the update, they kept waterbending, even though the Avatar event was over, so why couldn't we just had the Greek mythics? It doesn't make any sense, and it sucks. My next reason for why this season kind of sucked was because as a LEGO Fortnite enthusiast, I sort of like the Star Wars update, but it was because it was the first big content drop for LEGO Fortnite in a while. But then they added nothing to Battle Royale. Like, we got Chewbacca, a single lightsaber, a bowcaster, and the E11 blaster. That is literally it. They could have at least added the force powers or added more lightsabers to the map, but they didn't. That's all we got. So it was just very boring and didn't really add any content, and it felt like this season was just dying, because it was, but I don't know, I didn't like it. Anyway, there are still some things I liked about the season. The Battle Pass was really good. Artemis is the best skin, by the way. The Midas LTM and whole storyline was amazing. I think that was a really cool thing to bring back. Very short event. I didn't even get to use the Midas drum gun though, so. But thanks for watching. Bye.